Your beliefs are there to serve you. This is the idea or the concept that I want to talk in this series of how to become modern day alchemists. I'm Dreyer. I'm the founder of the Wealth Creators University, where we teach modern day alchemy. And that means we teach our students how to create, to grow, to protect, and to enjoy their wealth by applying the wealth creator strategy. Now, that wealth creator strategy is based on the hermetic laws that some people may say is impossible, where you can take an idea and convert that idea into whatever you want, like a piece of gold, the experiment that I'm busy with at the moment, at least 1 ounce of physical gold, or into a car, or into a house, or into a dream that you may have. Because we are alchemists, we can design and create the future that we want, on condition that we sit down and decide what it is that we want. In other words, unless you know what you want, you're not going to get it. Now, the trick about alchemy is that actually we think that that is what we want. That is a vibration. And all we need to do is to tap into that vibration, get our focus on that, and then change our vibration to meet that vibration. And by doing that, that thing is going to come into our reality. It's already ours, but it's not our reality. We can't say that car belongs to me unless that car is part of your assets, and you can prove that. What about our belief systems? How important are the belief systems? And why do I say that our belief system serves us? Every single belief that you've got, positive or negative, depending on the way that you look at it, your perception is there to either to protect you or to help you in order to grow. That's why we've got these belief systems. Now, the problem is when we were children, like from birth and before birth to about 6, 7 years of age, our conscious mind did not understand its function. So a lot of things went through into our subconscious mind. The moment that it went through into our subconscious mind, I'm talking about negative belief systems, which means it blocks the natural flow of energy. But when that event happened in your life, that resistor formed as a protection. It was there to protect you. Now, we see and we perceive our will in different ways. To one person, that might be nothing. To another person, that is, for example, a lot more sensitive, something that other people will ignore and think it's nothing. To that person, that is serious. So the moment that there's emotional charge to the thought, that can be a charge either positive or negative. I'm talking about the negative resistor at this stage. So there's a negative charge. The moment that there's a negative charge, the energy can't flow. Now, let's get back to the formula for riches. In the formula for riches, we say your intent, and then there's an equal sign. That equal sign represents your belief systems. Now, I'm not going to go to the ancient secret, the alchemist symbols. I just showed it as an equal sign. And maybe if you'd like to get really deep into it at the later stage, we can start diving into the symbols and the meaning of the symbols and how to interpret those symbols in order to get whatever we want. But for now, it's an equal sign. But the equal sign represents your belief systems, both positive as well as negative. Now, the belief systems is going to determine if you're going to focus on the things that you need to do. So we can have an incredible mindset, a positive mindset. This is what we're going to achieve. We're going to do this. But then if there's any negative emotions or attachments or resistors, then it means that the energy will not start to flow and we will not focus. By focus, I mean doing the type of things that we need to do. In other words, form the skill sets in the real world in order to change an idea into a bar of gold or into an ounce of gold. It's simply not going to happen. So our belief systems is that screen that's going to determine if we're going to grow or if we're not going to grow. Now, a very quick way to determine that is to say, do we have limited mindsets? That's normally the way that we express it. Or do we have a growth mindset? Unless you've got a growth mindset, nothing is going to happen because there's a blockage. The resistors, the energy cannot flow. You're going to start and I'm going to start to get in our own way. Therefore, we're not going to focus on doing these things in real life that we have to do to start building that puzzle. Remember, that puzzle is already ours. But that puzzle will not become the picture unless we are going to build it. Now, if there's anything mentally that prevents us from doing this, or emotionally, so it's mentally as well as emotionally, if there's anything that prevents us, it means that we are not going to build it. It's not going to manifest in our reality. Although it belongs to us, it's not going to show up in the real world. So the task that I want you to do today is to take 10 or 20 minutes. Take a piece of paper, physically a piece of paper. We want that kinetic energy to start flowing. And then I want you to separate that page into two parts, right? Positive belief system, or just a big positive. And on the other side, a big negative. And what I want you to do is to take something that you, in the physical world, that you want. In other words, this is the way that we set a goal. We want that thing. In that, what is that thing that you want? And then I want you to start writing down all the positives of why you think, in other words, your belief system. What validates that you are going to get it? And then on the negative side, every belief system that you think is going to prevent you, the way that you think or the way that you feel or the way that you believe. What are those things that's going to keep you from doing that you know that you should be doing? Because you already know how to build a puzzle. Obviously, there has to be somewhere, because there's a picture. You can see why you've got to go. You know what the outcome is. You know it. But now we have to put those puzzles together. What is it that's preventing you from building your perfect life or getting to your power goal? And listen. Now, some of those limited beliefs are going to try to hide. I want you to really think, and the easiest way is to think back. Why do you not have that you say that you want? Why hasn't that manifested in your life? What are the things that has prevented you? Say, for example, a lot of times people will say, I haven't got the money. Write it down. I haven't got money. Or I haven't got the time. But then it can go far deeper into, I don't think that I can learn how to become an alchemist. Or this thing that you can take an idea and convert it, it is impossible. There's nothing for free in life. Just write it down. And then if you want to, and you're going to help me to help you, is then in the comment section, let me know the positive as well as the negative. Because if I get some negatives, then maybe we can use it in this series to start working on that so that I can take you, let's call it, into a deeper level of understanding of how we are in control of our belief systems. So we can, through mind power, override and form new powers or new positive belief systems. But that, of course, is going to depend on you. So let me know in the comment section if you think that we should go deeper into that and share some of this. You don't have to share everything with us. And if you feel that you need to protect it, please do so. Please do not tell us something that you are not going to feel comfortable with, right? Because that's not the purpose. Your job is to protect you at all stages during this process. If you don't feel comfortable with something, please don't do it. It's the same with this course. If you don't feel comfortable with continuing with this course, or if it makes you feel uneasy and you are not prepared to step out of that boundary, then stop. But on the other hand, if you do not want to continue and you know that it can give you that you want, maybe you should ask yourself the question, why not? And on your piece of paper, just write it down. Because I can almost guarantee you that that same thing that's preventing you from doing now what you need to do is going to be exactly the same thing that has prevented you in the past from doing those things that you knew you had to do. So there's nothing new. It's just our perception. And the beauty is we can change our perceptions like that. So if you want to, that's your little assignment or your task for today. And then I'll see you tomorrow.